Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a surprisingly pragmatic and honestly quite powerful message from Osman, also known as the Blind Muslim Yogi. Now, if you're not familiar with Osman, he's a master-level bioenergy healer who specializes in critical care and terminal illnesses, utilizing quantum and entanglement principles. He's been practicing yoga and meditation at an advanced level for 50 years and actually attained his first samadhi experience by the time he was 19. Also, a quick note. Osman has been permanently blind since May of 2023. But because he had normal eyesight before then, his descriptions still retain this incredibly rich visual perspective. Today, we're looking at his grounded reality check on why spiritual practices alone simply aren't enough to solve all of your real-world problems. You know, it's actually incredibly fascinating to hear this straight from the source. I mean, here is an advanced teacher with literally decades of rigorous practice under his belt, and yet his core message today is a deeply grounded warning about the limitations of his very own discipline. He's actively urging us to step back and realize that, hey, while yoga is absolutely beautiful, it is not a magical cure-all for every single life challenge. So here's our game plan for today. We'll be covering the limits of yoga, its proven benefits, life skills, medical help, daily habits, and finally, how to become the big boss of your own life. Let's get into it. Section 1, the limits of yoga. Why spiritual practice isn't a standalone cure. Now, it might sound a bit shocking coming from a master yogi, right? But relying exclusively on meditation to fix everything, that can actually hold you back from finding true holistic wellness. Osman emphasizes that while these practices are amazing tools, they really are, they're just one piece of a much larger puzzle. They absolutely should not replace necessary medical treatments, and they shouldn't replace the strategic life skills you need to actually navigate the modern world. Think of it like this. Yoga prepares you for the work, but it doesn't do the work for you. Moving on to Section 2, proven benefits of practice, what yoga actually achieves. Now, before we look at what yoga lacks, we absolutely have to validate what it actually accomplishes. Osman is really passionate about taking a scientific approach to life, and the scientifically proven benefits of yoga are incredibly well documented. We're talking about reducing stress and cortisol levels, improving your vagus nerve function, and directly enhancing your nervous system and internal organs. It naturally replenishes lost energy and even boosts your immune function. Psychologically speaking, because you're calmer and more centered, your cognitive capacity and decision-making actually improve. Osman notes that these are incremental improvements that make a massive difference over time. But again, it's the foundation, not the whole house. Section 3, life skills and strategy. Directing the calm mind. So here's the crucial pivot. Once yoga calms your mind, you need concrete real-world life strategies to direct that mental clarity effectively. A lot of people kind of neglect the science of self-motivation, right? They just assume a calm mind will automatically know exactly what to do. But Osman highlights the absolute necessity of studying life skills and actually taking motivational courses to actively propel yourself forward. To do this, you need the right tools in your toolkit. He specifically recommends utilizing proven methods from the experts. We're talking about leaders in life strategy like Tony Robbins and top psychologists like Dr. Phil. But the key takeaway here, and don't miss this, is continuous adaptation. You can't just read a self-help book once and call it a day. You have to continuously adopt these principles and tweak them, adapt them into your life until they start working for your unique situation. All right, Section 4, medical and psychiatric help, the critical need for intervention. This builds right into an area that, tragically, a lot of wellness enthusiasts tend to avoid, which is professional mental health care. Listen. If you're struggling to solve problems or you're dealing with serious depression or anxiety, you need to consult a professional. And there's a vital difference to understand here. While a psychologist is fantastic for counseling and they have some limited prescribing power, a psychiatrist is a fully qualified medical doctor first and foremost. They bring the full weight of medical science to treat severe issues, and they can prescribe a much wider range of powerful medications when medical intervention is truly needed. Remember, holistic wellness services are there to complement medical care, not replace it. And Osman issues a very serious, urgent warning on this front. If you are dealing with a mental health condition and a medical professional prescribes chronic medication for you, you must faithfully stick to that protocol. It is so incredibly common for people on a spiritual path to convince themselves they can heal everything naturally, and then they abruptly stop taking their prescriptions. Osman is crystal clear here. Do not self-medicate yourself out of these treatments. To really highlight this danger, He shares a cautionary tale about individuals he's encountered who have bipolar disorder. The pattern goes like this. They take their medication, they start feeling fine, and then they decide to ditch their protocol. Because they enter an altered state of mind from the untreated illness, they end up making highly destructive decisions that they simply cannot reverse, decisions that derail their entire lives. Please do not neglect qualified medical professionals. Section 5. Mastering proactive daily habits. Building the physical foundation. Even with the calm focus of yoga, the direction of a solid life strategy, and the safety net of medical doctors, Osman insists that you absolutely must build a foundational physical routine. These 4 proactive habits, optimizing your daily nutrition, maintaining regular exercise, ensuring proper sleep patterns, and getting daily, deliberate sunlight, they are totally non-negotiable for overall wellness. You have to literally carve out time in your busy schedule to make them happen. To keep things super grounded, he gives some incredibly practical advice on that sunlight piece. You need to deliberately expose yourself to the outdoors. And look, even if it's a cloudy or rainy day, there is still daylight out there. He reminds us that just stepping onto a porch, or even simply opening a window to let in some fresh air and indirect light, is a proactive step you can take literally no matter what the weather is doing. And that brings us to Section 6, Becoming the Big Boss, taking ultimate responsibility. This right here is the final and probably the most empowering takeaway from this entire explainer. Who is truly in charge of your health? It's you. All the wellness coaches, the life strategies, the yoga sessions, the medications, they cannot do the work for you. They aren't the complete solution on their own. You have to be the center. You have to be the big boss. It's up to you to take ultimate proactive responsibility for synthesizing all of these amazing tools and actively managing your own wellness puzzle. Now, for those of you looking to build that strong spiritual foundation as one part of your larger life strategy, you can download Osman's completely free 5-minute yoga and meditation program right now over on his website, yogawellness786.com. He's dedicated his life to simplifying these ancient, complex sciences into easy methods that really work. You can also hear more of his unique insights by searching for The Blind Muslim Yogi on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure to follow the channel to support his mission, or check out his YouTube and Patreon for more videos. But remember, as Osman himself says, these natural-based therapies are amazing complementary tools, but they do not replace necessary medical treatment. Use the resources available, but use them wisely. So, to wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a tough question. Are you hiding behind one single spiritual tool? Or are you finally ready to step up, be the big boss, and complete your entire wellness puzzle? True health isn't just about having a quiet mind. It's a quiet mind driving a well-fueled body, guided by expert advice, and armed with a proven life strategy. Take charge of your full life strategy today.